Hi, ladies. This is the goodie that I was talking to you about earlier. Okay, this is super intense for me because I've never done anything like this before. And I have 3 hours to do research, production, and record this. So we'll just see what we get. I'm going to try to make it as fast and succinct as possible. So happy new moon! Oh my gosh, what a stellar beginning to the new year. This is technically day one of our star knowledge calendar. And we're right on track with our manifestation um, ABCs, basically. Manifestation is the theme for the month this month. So 6:17 p.m. is the exact time for the new moon this evening. And the big, I guess what's up for us in the next 2 weeks in particular is to kind of double check what our goals are for the year and to make sure that we've scheduled in enough time for us personally, right? So instead of like being, oh man, I need to create, this empire for myself, and I need to make sure that my children get fed, and it's making sure that you get to take that vacation up to Or Hot Springs in February, or go to Pearl Day Spa, or make sure that your diet is serving you, or that your exercise regimen is also serving you. Anyway, the other big theme is to feel your heart. We're in a really magnificent time for manifestation right now. So that means let's not act from our ego, because that's going to be a path pretty much fraught with difficulty and challenge. Let's really work towards manifesting what's in our heart, because at the end of this 2.5 year cycle of Saturn and Capricorn, that's when we're gonna come out the other end and go, man, that hard work was really worth it, and shit's paying off. So let's take the time right now to adjust our goals. I'm looking at my notes, so if you see me looking down, that's what's happening. Right now, in this chart, we have the Sun, the Moon, Venus, Pluto, Mercury, and Saturn, all in Capricorn. Holy smokes. So who is Capricorn? Who is Saturn? Capricorn's the goat god. Capricorn rules the bones, the body's foundation. Capricorn is very earthy and kind of a fuddy-duddy sometimes. Definitely likes the material, how do I put it? The finer things in life. But Capricorn is also really pragmatic, not like Taurus or Virgo, where sometimes we don't necessarily think about our bank account when we want to go buy our new down comforter. January also, by the way, is a blue moon, and both of these blue moons are super moons. So we had a full moon on the first of the year, and we're going to have another full moon and lunar eclipse on January 31st. And right now we have no planets in retrograde. What? That's crazy. So it's like we really are on a launch pad, and we are being aided by a master creator. Also, I want to let you guys know I'm not an astrologer. I just like to read about astrology. So my favorite is Lena Stevens at The Power Path, thepowerpath.com. I really attribute a lot of this knowledge to that website. And like I said, let's talk about Saturn for a second here. Saturn is Cronus, the god of time. He was a Titan. It's masculine energy. He was the father of Zeus. He's the taskmaster of the zodiac, and the clock is like his emblem. So when you think of the clock, you think of like, oh my God, time running out, and the annals of time and discipline, responsibility. Is there enough time to do what we want to do? What are our limitations? This is a teacher God. So learning life's lessons is a big deal with Cronus. Grandfather, tradition, wisdom, conventionality. This Saturn really applauds perseverance, and the authority of age and wisdom. This is the masculine, like I said, the doer. Karma is big with this sign, with this planet. Saturn in Capricorn for the next 2.5 years is like Saturn on overdrive. Saturn squared. Yeah, structure, meaning, boundaries, commitments. These are all key words that come up when we talk about Saturn. Yay, it's a party. So that's why I would say we really need to keep our hearts in mind when we think about our manifestations. We don't want to manifest from the ego. That's like a bad trip. That's a bad trip. If we've got to learn lessons, if we've got to deal with karma, it might as well be in service to our hearts and our communities. So that's another aspect, speaking of community, that is in play for us right now in this astrological chart for tonight specifically. Venus is 1 degree from the sun and the moon. So Venus right now is all about like abuela, grandma energy, and she's asking us to think about our community and our manifestations, what the goals that we're seeking, is that in service to our community, and what can we build together, and is what we're building together in service to the global community, and Grandma Earth, I would say. So I guess for this window, this eclipse window that we're in tonight and on the 31st, let's keep our hearts in mind, embodied. What else are we looking at? Well, we've got 3 badass bitches who are opposing Venus, if I've got that right, and the sun and the moon. Yeah, they're challenging that, and they're really stepping up. So Pallas Athena, Uranus, and Eris are challenging the sun, the moon, and Venus, and so it's kind of precipitating some challenge in relationship, and helping us to look at also our personal ethics, and is the old way that we've been used to doing things actually a good way? So that's really, I think that we can all feel that in the world right now. That's really up for us. And lastly, Ceres. Talk about Earth, right? She's like the Earth Mother Goddess. She rules over birth, dying, and renewal. And that all 3 of those faces of woman, they're really essential for each other. Like we can't have renewal without death. So Ceres is in Leo right now, and she's helping us to learn how to parent ourselves. This is another aspect of the heart. She really is encouraging us to express our heart as a gift to others. So that's the big lesson. That's a really big highlighted lesson for the next 2 weeks. And then we go to our star altar of humanity. I don't know if you can see this. You can see this at all. Let me hold up the star symbol for the month. Tatanka. We are heading into a buffalo moon. How do I do that? Boop. Wicahpi brings one into right relationship with family. This is the spiritual law of protection of family. So this is a star symbol. We can, when we wake up in the morning, draw this in the air in front of us, and then we circle it to activate the energy in our worlds. This star symbol in particular is Lady Venus. Wow, the serendipity, the synchronicity. I love it. I love working with these star symbols from Chief Golden Light Eagle and Grandma Silver Star. Grandma Silver Star did the 13 moon calendar that we work with. So that being said, let me read a little bit out of this calendar, the information for the calendar that I work with in these new moon groups that we do. So this is day one. Like I said, day one, the first day of each Earth Star Way year is the new moon of the buffalo, Tatanka Hanhepewi. The star law is the spiritual law of protection of family. And the stargate is the gate of purity. A lot of us are doing cleanses and exercise routines and really focused on purifying our bodies, especially after the indulgences of the holidays. So that's right in alignment with the stargate that we're moving through right now. A stargate opens on each new moon. 13 energies, 13 virtues, 13 keys. 12 virtues bind to the 13th. The Antakarana, heart star, the center pole of love, of unity. The 12 stargates, keys, are in the north door: purification, healing, renewal. That's the next 3 months. Purification this month, healing next month, renewal the next month. East door, wisdom, enlightenment, knowledge. South door, purity, innocence, truth. And the west door, introspection, silence, reverence. That heads us into the winter. And then the center pole of love. That's usually our Christmas moon, love. The energy of each virtue, each key, begins on the new moon today, builds to its height on full moon, and completes just before the next new moon. It's about a 29.5-day cycle. Awaken through your free will choice to purify yourself and to evolve. Each year is possibility of your ascension through 13 virtues, 13 frequencies, 13 dimensions, 13 tests, 13 tones, 13 DNA helix of the 13, the star path, the Christ path. Each moon in ceremony with the stars. Pray and meditate. Do your ceremony with one of the 11 universal or spiritual star laws, which is that symbol I just showed you. This is the one of the 11 universal or spiritual laws that we'll be working with this month. Raise your vibration for the benefit of all life. Stones, fishes, plants, animals, trees, the land, the ocean nations, the human nation, Mother Earth, the stars, for universal unity. The 13 laws of creation of the 13 moons of ceremony are the same laws as the wheel of humanity. The 4 doors of Metatron, Zacharon, Melchizedek, only in the sacred timekeeping way, are in a different order. That's the last part. I don't really understand. We're going to get to know it as the year progresses. So let's talk about buffalo and the energies of buffalo medicine. What does buffalo have for us? And let's look at the synchronicities between the buffalo moon and the Western Zodiac that we're working with. Well, for one, buffalo medicine is all about synchronicity. Ta-da! Wow. So buffalo is she really focuses on prayer and gratitude and praise for what is received. Her medicine is abundance, and abundance in particular when all relations are honored as sacred. Um, Buffalo medicine is praying for the good of all things in harmony, sacred life, and that we don't have to struggle to survive. Buffalo chooses the path of least resistance and is all about spirit time. So, more of a sacred clock. I guess that's where Kronos can come in here. That if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans, right? Well, things don't always go according to our human time clock. Often things unfold in their own damn time. So Buffalo tells us don't necessarily rest on your laurels. Don't necessarily do nothing. But our path doesn't have to be so hard. And if it is hard, maybe we're not on the right path. So Buffalo unites the mundane and the divine. And in our Western Zodiac right now, that's big. Like, okay, we've gone to the shadow world. We know the deepest, darkest secrets of what's inside for us. We've gone to the upper world. We know the wonder and the majesty of spirit and the divine. So now in our creation, in our manifestation, like, let's merge the two and bring that into the third dimension. Buffalo is also unpredictable and dangerous. So this is where being in touch with our hearts is really key, and having that gratitude for the abundance that is already in our life, in our lives. Buffalo has a large head to symbolize the divine, and big shoulders, and those shoulders are either to carry our burdens or our rewards. So which one? Which one do we want to choose to carry? I'd say for me, I don't really want to carry those burdens. I do it happily, but I'd much rather focus on the rewards. So let's keep in mind with this buffalo moon, this buffalo energy, prayer, synchronicity, natural rhythms of life, spirit timing, allowing for the unfolding, divine work. What is in right relation to our hearts, to spirit, and then how do we manifest that in our lives? So on that note, ladies, thank you so much for being with me on these ramblings, and I hope that you have a really wonderful evening and a blessed manifestation period through this eclipse window. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.